welcome to Kogi in Focus, the program that highlights major developments in and around Kogi, Nigeria's confluent state, in the last 7 days. I'm Oluwatosin Osuji. On the program today, Kogi State Government appoints campaign team for the 2019 general election. Governor's wife, Rashida Bello, takes medical outreach to communities in Kogi West. And we will bring you highlights of the first ever EBIRA language quiz competition. Stay tuned for these and more after the break. The Kogi State House of Assembly has inaugurated an 8-man ad hoc committee to look into why the judicial arm of government is yet to adopt the table salary payment system recently introduced by the state government. This comes on the heels of an indefinite strike embarked upon by the state judiciary workers. The Secretary to the State Government, Ayoade Folashade, who submitted the request for the investigation, said the essence of the new salary payment system is to ensure all junior workers get paid.
I wrote a letter, I was directed to write a letter to the Chief Judge of the state, requesting for the payroll in order to have them captured for the TBT payments. And I was replied that they are not going to submit the payroll, that they did their own screening, bearing in mind that this is not screening, but payments of salaries. And before we know it, we heard their strike. And because the government is concerned about the welfare of every civil servant in the judiciary, we have to write the House of Assembly to please help us look into this so that we can pay the civil servants in the judiciary.
The Commissioner of Finance also highlighted the need for the new salary payment system.
We have not concluded, but for us as Assembly, we have 3 unclaimed checks. So which shows that in the judiciary, they will also have unclaimed checks. It is to help the system, it is to sanitize the system, and also to reduce wastage. If they agree to do this, it will help the system. We'll have more money for projects and other developmental aspects of the economy. So, and as a whole, for the one we did at the MBAs, we have 451 checks unclaimed.
The head of the ad hoc committee and House Majority Leader, Abdullahi Bello, commended the government over the introduction of table payment system and urged the judiciary to toe the same line.
The legislative arm of the government complied 100% with all the directives of the executive. I would have expected judiciary to do the same, but it's not true. We can't start passing any judgment on them now because they're not here to defend themselves. So like you rightly said, we are now going to await the return of the Chief Justice and his team. We'll speak with them and please you'll hear back from us.
In its report to the House, the state government acknowledged it was owing 3 months' salary and was ready to pay for 2 months before the judiciary workers began their strike. The House suspended passing its resolution on the matter until the state's Chief Judge, Nasiru Ajana, returns from his official trip. This year's Federation of Public Service Games has kicked off at the Confluence Stadium and other designated sports arena in the state capital, Lokoja. The opening ceremony was declared by Acting Governor Matthew Kolawole.
I enjoin you all as a public servant who are charged with the crucial responsibility of implementing government policies and programs to continue doing so honestly, loyally, prudently, and selflessly.
The head of civil service of the Federation, Winifred Oyoita, said the games are aimed at enhancing the physical well-being of public servants and also encourage sportsmanship in the service.
There is no gainsaying that physical fitness of employees is important for their overall well-being, which would in turn translate to improved productivity
The Kogi state government says it will be a friendly host to the participating athletes and guests.
Federal Civil Service and all its departments and agencies. I want to see this engine work together harmoniously like I've been watching and seeing, without the barriers of what language you speak or what religion you practice. All I see is Nigeria. Looking into the future, beginning from 2019, I am confident and I believe that we are truly, genuinely moving higher onto the next level.
140 government departments, agencies and parastatals are taking part in the 37th Federation of Public Service Games, which began on the 10th and ends on the 16th of December 2018. The Kogi State chapter of the All Progressives Congress has appointed Chief of Staff to the Governor, Edward Onoja, the Director General of the 2019 General Election Campaign Team. The team was given the mandate of ensuring APC succeeds in elections at all levels. The chairman of the team, Governor Yaya Bello, who was represented by the Speaker of the House, Prince Matthew Kolawole, promised to provide the needed support to ensure success.
Power today, whatever it takes us to win this forthcoming election, both presidential, senatorial, all House of Reps and House of Assembly election is what we should do. I want to charge all of you that until when the last whistle is blown, there's no retreat, no surrender. I.e., until when the votes are, when we vote, the votes are counted and results are declared. We have no rest. As a campaign committee, we must ensure we stand by what the responsibility we have been given.
The party chairman, Abdullahi Bello, who is also deputy chairman of the campaign team, promised to deliver on the set mandate.
We are here to carry further the next phase of the election process through the inauguration of our campaign council, which has been carefully selected to reflect the complexities and characters of our state party. The campaign council will be led by our leader, His Excellency Alhaji Yaya Bello, who is the chairman of the campaign council. He will be assisted by my humble self as deputy chairman. We have 2,584 polling units in Kogi State. The slogan shall be Operation 2584. I want to use this occasion to thank you all for the sacrifice you have made for the party and assure you that we will be highly rewarded in due course.
The campaign team director general, Edward Onoja, says his all available legitimate means to bring victory for the party will be deployed.
Our results of whatever we do beginning from today will come out in 65 days. And that is exactly the date of the presidential election and all other senatorial and national elections. 65 days is a short time. So work starts now. And I trust my boss, I trust the candidates, I trust our supporters to help us with logistics. People, which is most important. People. This is not the time to quarrel, this is the time to make friends. Your Excellency, sir, I want to tell you categorically that with this array of men and women, there is no doubt in our minds that your mandate, that first, Kogi State should put on the table the highest vote for APC in the presidential election in North Central. That is a mandate that we must fulfill.
The party also set up media and campaign teams with their leaders across the 3 senatorial zones. Kogi State Governor's wife, Rashida Bello, has taken her pet program, Rashida Bello Foundation Free Medical Health Care, to Kogi West. During a visit to the EBIRA of Kaba, ahead of the outreach, she promised to make drugs and medical care available to all and sundry across the district.
Well-being of the people is not just about absence of diseases and illnesses. It's about people's physical, mental, and emotional well-being. That is a basic need for social, economic, and physical development. I therefore urge people to avail themselves for the free medical outreach, and I also want to assure you that the administration of my husband, of Bello, and my foundation, the Rashida Bello Foundation, will not leave any stone unturned, and we continue to explore different ways to the quest to make health care delivery accessible to the people of the state.
The EBIRA of Kaba, His Royal Majesty Oba Solomon Owoniyi, promised to provide the First Lady all the support she needs to ensure her Kogi West outreach succeeds.
I'm grateful that you have started something very noble, and every action you take in your life as regards your family, it will become noble. Amen. God will accept your prayers. Amen. Your children, wherever they are, the eyes of the Almighty God will always be with them. Amen. We are happy for this gesture, and that you are flagging out this thing in Kaba makes me happier for one or two reasons. One is that so many of our people bombard me here. They will come, they want money for drugs, they want money for this. I wish I had money as much as they demanded. So by coming today, you have helped us, you have blocked one of the loopholes, and God Almighty, whatever obstacles you have in your life, God will remove them. As you are removing pain from people, you are removing hunger from people, God will continue to bless you. Amen.
Thousands of persons benefited from the outreach.
It's a nice program because everybody is being attended to. I appreciate her, and I pray that God will bless her.
Health is wealth. And if you look around, if you check America, the concentration is on health. If you look at UK, the concentration is on health. And you can see what our government is trying to do to align with what is happening globally. And I applaud the government on that, especially Her Excellency and our able governor. So I wish the Yaya Bello family many glorious years to come.
Bí ìtọ́jú ga Ọlọ́run àtọ́jú rẹ̀ àlàáfíà tó wọn kọrẹ àbára wọn tálẹ̀ á nìrí fà ẹ̀yìn ara rẹ̀ wájú lórúkọ Jésù Kristi Olúwa àti Olùgbàlà wa.
For giving us free medical care. We thank her very well, and it shall be well with her in any area of her life in Jesus' name.
Kababunu Administrator and Algon Chairman Taufik Issa said the intervention is a timely blessing for the people.
I want on behalf of myself and the entire people of Okunland, thanking His Excellency and his wife for this viable program. This is the first time the entire Okun people will be witnessing genuine democracy. I'm standing before you today as the Algon Chairman. We have the Commissioner of Finance, we have Commissioner for Women Affairs, we have Commerce and Industry, we have everything in Okunland. We have the SSG, we have the Speaker. What else again? Just of recent, we have the acting governor. So we have no reason for not deliver for His Excellency.
I want to tell you what has happened 4 years ago before we came on board. In this state, everywhere house-to-house kidnapping, on the road kidnapping. But for what has happened in the state about security, the Excellency, it didn't take security matter to be played. Because Excellency have provided provision to make life and property to be secure. That's why we have opportunity to see a crowd here today. And 4 years ago, nobody can leave their house or their villages to come and do a program. People that are scared to come out. But see what has happened today because of security matter that Excellency have provided the security, life and property. We are okay. We really appreciate His Excellency.
A number of top government officials witnessed the outreach.
Thank His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Aya Bello, and his wife, our First Lady, Hajia Rashida Bello, for this wonderful initiative. You can see the crowd. It is almost unprecedented. I am so excited and elated. You can imagine the aged people that are here, who have been here and waiting to be attended to. Because it's very simple. Health is wealth. No matter how much money you have, if you are unhealthy, there is no way you will spend your money and enjoy it. Even if you are the richest person, the moment you have a headache, you almost not enjoy the amount of money that you have. This is the best thing that can happen at a season like this. Christmas is all about giving, and we are approaching Christmas season, and I am also told that there's also going to be distribution of food items. So the moment you receive treatment for your body, you also get food to eat, which is treatment for your tummy.
And we're expecting to give out a lot of treatments for malaria, for hypertension, diabetes, arthritis, and a lot of infectious diseases, and also eyeglasses, eye care and eyeglasses, and of course some immunization and deworming for children. So the pharmacy is ready and also well stocked with the best drugs for our people. And I must say that this is something that's happening, that's going to happen across the 7 local governments in the Western Senatorial District.
The Rashida Bello Foundation has carried out similar far-reaching medical outreaches in the East and Central districts of the state. The Kogi State chapter of the All Progressives Congress has held its first campaign rally in Okene, Kogi Central. Thousands of party members across the 5 local government areas of the district converged on Okene to voice their support for President Muhammadu Buhari and Governor Yahya Bello's re-election in 2019. If you are just joining us, this is Kogi in Focus, a weekly review of happenings and developments in and around Kogi State. For your information, contributions, comments, and advert placements, please reach us via our social media handles and phone numbers displayed on your screen. You can also visit our website www.de-kogigugulprd.com.
Nigeria's confluent state, the country's melting pot, where almost anything and everything can happen. From the governor to the farmer, from politics to entertainment, from the economy to sports and tourism. We've got you covered on these and a whole lot more on Kogi in Focus. Kogi in Focus, a weekly review of developments in and around Kogi State. Stay abreast with what you need to know on Kogi in Focus. Kogi in Focus, reaching everywhere, informing everybody.
The Kogi State government says commuters and travelers are assured of a free flow of traffic and security of lives and property during the coming festive period. The State Security Advisor, Jerry Omodara, gave the assurance during an inspection of the Lokoja-Abuja Highway. Omodara called on trailer drivers to use the parking lots provided for them to prevent traffic congestion.
Federal Road Safety Corps, working with other security agencies, are set to ensure safe, secure and congestion-free roads before, during and after the YULETIDE season.
Commissioner for Transportation Hawal Mohammed said the state government has reeled out road usage guidelines and drivers who fail to comply will face the wrath of the law.
We are very resolute to make sure Kogi State is one of the states
that stand out of Committee of State in Nigeria in terms of traffic management, traffic control, inciting of discipline and orderliness in the minds of the road users. And there is a site in Filele, they can move in there. That is another convenient place for them to park.
Security and road management authorities promise to complement the state government's efforts.
We have a defense headquarters sponsored operations called OP777, and we embarked on it from the beginning of September, and we're still on it. And I can assure you, all hands are on deck to ensure that we have a hitch-free YULETIDE.
The state is surrounded by 9 states, so we are well prepared. Logistically, we are okay. Personnel, we are moving people from less congested area to where we have high volume of traffic.
The Trailers Drivers Union leader said as long as suitable parking alternatives are provided, his men will comply.
We equally tell the government what they needed to do in the area of much sensitizations, so that because it's not everybody is on the radio, is on the agency, we promise to put a flyer around and the jingle so that locally and on the news, on the national news, which will be carried. Make sure that we should have a parking space, because if there's no parking space, the operation is going to be difficult, and then they promise to provide the parking space.
The government ordered drivers who parked trailers on Jamata, Lokoja Road, Obajana, Kaba Junction and Okene Road to move their vehicles to designated garages on or before December 16th. Kogi-born journalist, producer and presenter of EBIRA radio and television program Avoyi Nwogu Ozi Momo has introduced a EBIRA quiz competition. Avoyi said her passion to see present and future generations of EBIRA indigents speak their language was the motivation behind her initiative.
Children will soon become strangers in their fatherland, giving access to others to take them as slaves in their homes. Because when you can no longer express yourself in your speciality, there is every tendency that top secrets will be exposed and nothing will be left uncovered. To keep our language as sacred as God gives to us, we need to revive it among us. And starting with quiz is to awaken our culture and tradition among one another, telling people who cares that our language is our pride.
Delighted government officials present at the lunch promised support for Avoyi's quiz program.
Wherever we are, we should start learning. We should start teaching our children, our kids, our dialing, so that they can understand it.
One of the various ways I feel the culture, EBIRA culture can be revived is one of this type of programs. And at the same time, if this program can be sustained, I am very happy that government representatives have said it all. They said the program is going to be institutionalized, whereby annually this program will be held. I want to commend the government for having that kind of focus.
I'm very grateful. I'm overwhelmed over this because since ever I met myself in EBIRA, I found myself as an EBIRA. We've never done this before. To find myself among those organizing this or doing this program is a pleasure to me. So of which I wish it should continue. And may Allah in His infinite mercy be with those organizers.
Entities like Keystone Bank coming into this will always have our means of promoting it. We have customer bases where we can help market this and then let our culture grow. So it's a very good thing for her to want to preserve our culture in this way, encouraging the young kids to imbibe the culture in them in a more refined manner. So
programs like this, the government should be able to take a large stake to making sure that this program continuously opens up to other contributors and successfully continue as the year goes by. Avoyi is a wonderful lady. She has been with this government, and this one particular effort is something that will go in history as the first EBIRA woman to organize such program. So kudos to her, long life and prosperity.
Quiz participants wasted no time in showing how proficient they are in the EBIRA language.
Board of Directors in the Central Bank of Nigeria.
There were winners as first, second and third place finishers went home with cash prizes ranging from 20 to 50,000 naira.
Thank all the participants and those that give us the opportunity to showcase what we can do within our power. And mostly, even though I was not qualified to go to the final round or to be the winner of today EBIRA quiz competition, I'm very delighted to showcase what I can do and to show people that I'm a real EBIRA girl.
In fact, I'm proud to be an EBIRA, speaking EBIRA language, the outspoken language. People that knows what they are doing, people that fear God. In fact, I'm very glad, I'm very happy for winning this award. That I won this award is not because of how I too know, it's by the grace of God. It means that the Lord God of hosts, God that knows everything, the beginning and the end, will be with them. In fact, I pray there will be nothing like failure.
Amen.
The next edition will be better than this.
This is where we wrap it up on today's edition of Kogi in Focus. Join us next week on this same channel for a fresh 7-day roundup. Until then, keep doing to others what you want them to do to you. I'm Oluwatosin Osuji. See you next week.